Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to start a new series now where we start talking about military life. Oh. So it's going to be much more than ODS, although I do plan on going back to ODS and getting some more updates as more people go through. So if you've been to ODS recently, let me know because I need to update everyone on what's going on. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and cover things like PCSing, Navy terminology, how to survive military, medical, and deployment, and employment, and unemployment, and so on and so forth. We're going to start with PCS tips because we just PCS'd, if it wasn't obvious, by our half-made-up house. So these are the 18 most valuable tips that we have for you guys. So here we go. Starting with number 1. When you guys get your orders, or when you think you're going to be getting your soft orders in, start downsizing your house. When you guys get your soft orders, when you guys get your idea of where you're going to be moving, check out the houses in the area. Don't plan on living on military housing because they're not always available. And cut down on your stuff. The big question that you guys need to keep in mind is, do you really need it? Or can it be Marie Kondo'd out of your house?
Tip number 2. When you have your orders, then you should get a binder with a zipper. Don't look at that. So that you can keep all your paperwork in here and have it organized and like what we have right now. And so that way you can just have everything ready, like insurance details and your dog information and orders. You need like 5 copies of your orders.
Tip number 3. Create a nomad list. What a nomad list is everything that you're planning on taking with you. Things that are irreplaceable, important tax documents, stuff like that. But more importantly than that, your nomad list is also what you need to survive. So for example, you're going to want to bring a blow-up mattress, pillows, bed sheets, toothbrush, toothpaste, other toiletries. Change your clothes. At least bring at least one of each of your uniforms. And then also, the thing that we learned this last time that we PCS was that our nomad list was entirely too big, and so we really wish that we'd cut down on it. So make sure that your nomad list is reasonable, covers everything that you're probably going to need, and also make sure you put it inside the car before the movers come so that you can make sure everything fits. So tip number 4 is that you guys are going to want to call ahead and make sure you call the housing office, the CDC, and make sure that you're on the list already if you're planning on living on base housing or having your kid go to the on-base daycares. When you do this, you're going to need to make sure that you have your orders. They may ask for additional information, so make sure that you keep some way to send them these documents, like your own personal printer, or find a place that can fax them in for you or scan them to your email. And then also, while you're waiting on the on-base housing list, you're going to be able to have up to 10 days at a hotel paid for by your military service. The way they have it running is that you have to try to get the hotel on base. If for some reason you can't get onto there, you need to get a piece of paper that says there are no rooms available, and then and only then will they pay for you to go off base.
Number 5. Make an so distracting. Make an inventory of everything you have and take photos of high value things and have their serial number, because if they lose it or it gets damaged, you need to have proof that you had it in the first place and what condition it was in. Do not pack your game systems or any other high valuable things in their original boxes where it clearly says here is an Xbox or here is a large TV or a Mac or whatever.
Number 6. Make sure that everything that you have is washed and folded and neatly stored away exactly how you want them to pack it. This includes clothing, dishes. Make sure that the garbage is out of the house because they will pack your garbage. And in our case, they will pack
granola bar.
No, they did pack a granola bar. That was hilarious.
They wrapped it in paper and put it in a box like it was fragile and gonna break.
They packed our French press.
Oh yeah.
And apparently it still had coffee grinds in it. They packed it and it sat in their car for 20 days and now there's mold on it.
Number 7. They won't pack candles or liquids or lighters. So if you have extra, you need to use it before the movers come, or you need to put it in your car.
Some of them won't pack spices. I don't know. Tip number 8. When you got your nomad stuff ready to go, make sure you stick it inside of a room, like a secluded room with nothing else in it that they need to pack up, and put a do not pack sign on the door. Like seriously, do not trust them to remember that you said that this room is not to be packed. They'll still pack it, so you need to put that sign out.
And it needs to be big, and the letters should be bold and easy to read,
Yeah.
like in black, not in highlighter pink.
Yeah. Yeah.
Number 9, make sure that you have paper plates and plastic utensils and paper cups and stuff so that you can still eat while your stuff is gone, and also so you don't dirty more dishes before the movers come, and so you can feed the movers.
Or you could just save the environment and bring
You could,
like one dish per family member.
You could, but then you also have to pack your wet sponge. You could just go eat out. Go eat out.
Yeah, they're paying for you to eat out. Go eat out. Tip number 10. Throw out your toilet brushes. Throw out your toilet plunger. Throw out old sponges. Throw out your garbage. If you think it's gross and has bacteria and you don't want it in your next house, throw it out before they get there, because they will get to it before you remember, oh my god, I forgot about that, as you're literally pulling it out of the box.
Plus, they will not pack it alone. Number 11. We're gonna have to stop doing that. You are not required to tip them or feed them or even have water for them, but you're kind of rude if you don't have water, so at least have water. We always feed them because it comes out cheaper than tipping each of them a decent amount, and they're gonna be hungry, and if they stop to go get food, that's a lot longer. You gotta wait for your stuff to be done. You can ask them what they want to eat, but most of the time you're gonna get, oh, whatever is fine. What we did is we made a sandwich bar. We've heard from the housewife group that some of the packers and movers are sick and tired of pizza, and we also got them breakfast, and that was included in the $20. Also, go to like your grocery store, because they always have those overbaked sections, and you can get some really good breakfast stuff. I know it's really fancy, and they're like,
Wow, you spent so much on this.
We did it. Make sure you guys get them like drinks with electrolytes in them, because most of the time they're going to get really hot, they're going to get really dehydrated, so they need water, they need Gator, they need Powerade, they need
pickles, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, supposedly that's the thing. Pickle juice helps reduce cramps, so that's what they told us, so viva la pickle! Number 12. When you guys are moving, you're going to think that you have everything on your list. Now, what I suggest you do is, for a couple days a week, just take note of everything that you use as you go through your day. Be like, oh, I use toilet paper. I use toothpaste. I used earplug. And stuff like that, and just keep
earplug. One earplug.
Just one. Because most of the time, you're going to end up getting to the point where they packed everything up, and then you're like, did we save any underwear? And then next thing you know,
oh my god,
you're going to run out of underwear.
That happened to
Oh, it did?
Yeah, remember he had everything all set aside, and he thought he was all good, and then he went to shower or something, and was like, and the boy came out like, honey, where's my underwear? And he had to go buy more because he forgot the most basic of clothing. Number 13. If you want to, you can follow your movers and packers as they pack your boxes and try to label it so you know what's in there, because they will write gibberish most of the time, or they'll put pro gear on everything like our mover did to try to get us like the best weight or something. But we had no idea what was in any box. Or you could stick a colored sticker on there so you know all the blues are like bathroom or something.
That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. Number 14. Like, no matter where you live, you're going to need to take care of this. But if you live on military housing, pay close attention. When they finally get all your stuff out of the house, and they're all moved, and the truck has gone away, and then you realize you forgot underwear, it's time for you to clean the house. And you gotta clean it good. Mm-hmm. Now, they're gonna tell you, oh, you don't need to clean it that well. It's fine. Everything is fine. It's not fine. Don't trust them, because they still have, 90 days to come after you afterwards and be like, well, this wasn't clean.
Yeah.
So they got a long time. They will come after you. They will find what you did wrong, and they will charge you off the wazoo. So the only thing we got hit on in our house was the oven door. Just the oven door. $50 to clean the oven door. The main things the housing is going to look at is, does your carpet smell like pee? And when people are like, hey, heads up, they're going to sit there and they're going to lift your carpet and they're going to hit you with the black light.
Believe them.
Yeah, they're not around. They're dead serious. Keep in mind that if your carpet is 5 years old, they have to replace it anyways, so they cannot charge you for it.
Yeah. Make a friend with a neighbor right before you move so that you can use their vacuum and you don't have to keep yours out.
The other big thing they're going to hit you on are the blinds.
Those blinds are very easy to break.
And if you break them, it's like
$5,000.
I think it's like $20 if you break one, but you can buy the same blinds at Walmart for $5.
And when the movers come, lift the blinds.
Yes. Number 15. When you move into a new place, take pictures of like everything that is messed up. Take a video or pictures of anything that's messed up, including like little scratches on your wood floor. Because in Texas, they said that if there is a big scratch, they might have to replace the entire floor, and that's like thousands of dollars that we would have to pay. So you best believe we video documented every single scratch on that floor and sent it to them.
So when you finally arrive at your new place, and you've documented everything that's wrong with it, and the packers have come and they're already making everything worse by messing up your carpets and stuff, make sure that you only unpack one box at a time, because if you do more than one box, it's going to go everywhere. It's going to look like a mess, just like this. Also, unpack quickly, because if you're able to, any boxes that you get empty, you could stuff them full back with the paper, and then you could send them back with the movers, and that's going to keep you from having to tread down 3 flights of stairs and 1,000 feet over to the recycling bin.
Yep. Don't let them unpack for you, because they will just literally grab a box, and wherever they are, no matter what that box says, they're gonna dump it out and unpack the paper and stuff and take their box, but then you got all this stuff all over your house. Don't do that. Make a designated paper box. So you take one of the big wardrobe boxes and you put all your packing paper in there once you take the stuff out, and make sure you unwrap that packing paper, because we lost a Pikachu bowl.
Yeah.
Because we were like, oh, it's really light, it's probably got nothing, and we just threw it out. And so now we have 2 instead of 3. And then every other box, break down and put it into another box for boxes, and it'll make your recycling trip a lot easier.
If you don't feel like taking it out to the recycling bin, contact your local housewives group and say, who wants paper and boxes? Come pick it up. And they'll come pick it up for you. You don't even have to carry it out.
Yeah, there are a lot of people looking for packing material.
Tip number 18, and this is probably the most important tip: breathe, relax. Know that no matter what happens, as long as you get there safely, it is a-okay. Focus on the awesome things that you're going to be able to do in your new place. Don't focus on what's happening now. Just think, when I get to San Diego, I'm going to go to the beach.
I'm going to Disney.
Yeah. So those were our 18 best tips that we kind of gathered over the last 9 years of military moves. Do you guys have any extra tips that you guys like to use as you move?
Out of country moving tips are way different than this.
Yeah, if you're moving out of country, don't listen to our tips, okay? Yeah. When we move out of country, because it's going to happen, gosh darn it, we will let you guys know what your OCONUS travel tips are. But until then, these are CONUS only travel tips for your military PCS. As always, stay safe, stay happy, most importantly, stay you. We will see you guys around next time, and we hope that you have a magically wonderful day. Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to pack your underwear.